when you're living in Yucaipa and you're in and out of these motels and stuff. Are you getting depressed? Are you getting like fucking shit? My life sucks and I don't know what to do.
Yeah, crazy because I wasn't too much depressed about the situation I was in at the time, but I was really just trying to chase my dream. I knew like somebody in the family had to do something to change the situation.
Yeah.
But I didn't know it was gonna happen. So at that time I did have my camera and I was going out to shows. That's how I met all these guys. I've known them for the whole majority of my career. And I was just taking pictures. I was like a super fan, of these guys. And they just gave me the opportunity to fly one day out to Austin, Texas. And that's where I got the name Lil Xan. And it worked out. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy. And now you look, back on that stuff and it's like maybe that in a crazy way was good.
Oh, I've thought about that too. Like maybe all that bad shit that happened was for the better. And it was for the better because if I was born fucking rich, with rich parents, maybe I wouldn't have tried so hard to do something.
Yeah,
I know.
Maybe you just wouldn't have been able to make the music that resonates with people. Because you took about a lot of pain in your music. What kind of rap would you say you do? There's a bunch of names for it.
There's so many names. I don't really like to label it, but people probably call it like cloud rap, mumble rap, just the whole like little SoundCloud kind of era.
SoundCloud kind of era.
Yeah.
But you talk about a lot of pain, addiction.
Oh, emo, yeah. Emo,
shit like that.
Emo.
Sad.
Yeah,
it's
like sad rap.
Yeah.
Rap, emo rap. That's definitely what a lot of us fall into.
I love that. We use that song Slingshot.
Oh, you were telling me, yeah.
We use that. Pull up that video where at the end of the video we use that Slingshot. Slingshot was the song that we always used. And you never sued us. We appreciate that. We love that. So I listen to that song before I go on stage a lot.
It's a good pump up.
To pump up. The other one, Betrayed, afterwards I kill myself. But the Slingshot one gets me.
Yeah, that one's a little depressing.
Betrayed, I started listening. I'm like, I've been fucked over by a lot of people. I'm like, a lot of people owe me things. But Slingshot, where did you do that video, by the way? That's cool.
Forest Falls. It's like like an hour. It's on the way here.
Yeah,
it's like
but
a little waterfall.
At the end, just pull up that, like the end, the last few seconds of this video. But we used to, and then when I would do tour date announcements, we would do this fucking.
It looks great.
Yeah. It was like,
I love that.
We love that video. Yeah. We love that. It's my ass cracking in that song. We loved it. Yeah. But yeah, man, it's like, what do you like? What do you think of LA and Hollywood? Is it? Do you love it? Are you like? Because it's crazy. Are you a guy that goes out to these places like whether it's Boa Steakhouse or any of these guys, Saddle Ranch? Are you one of these dudes? Like, because you would get, when you walk in, everybody turns their head, everybody knows who you are. When I walk in, it's the same thing. People often are like, "Oh, Amy Schumer's here," and I appreciate that. What do you think about like the LA scene?
Like trendy spots,
the trendy shit. Like, are you into that shit? Is it fun to you, or are you like, it's fucking annoying?
I mean, I love going to good restaurants and having like good food.
Your boy Diablo goes to Boa all the time.
He goes to Saddle too.
I see him all the time. He fucking loves steak or whatever. He's there all the time.
I wouldn't say I'm super into the trendiness of like.
Do you eat food? Are you like an eater?
Yeah. Oh, this year especially during the pandemic, that's all I do. That's how I discovered Saddle and stuff.
Because you like Taco Bell. I love Taco Bell.
Yeah, and Del Taco.
Now, interesting now.
Yeah.
This is the way I think of both of them. I think Del Taco might have actually better food, but I think,
you think Taco Bell might have better food?
No, I think Del Taco has better food.
Del Taco does have better food.
Yeah, but I think Taco Bell has more transendent moments. And they're just better at like branding, and it's just those iconic kind of flavors.
But you could tell that they're better at branding. It's definitely a bigger chain than.
You had an incident at Taco Bell. Do you remember what happened?
What happened at Taco Bell?
Didn't you you had like a fit or something? I've had many. By the way, I've had many. I'm just not as famous.
No, I probably did. I'm not.
I've had many incidents that if I had near your level of notoriety, I at your age, I would be in jail. But
the food, the food court.
What happened at the food court? Do you remember?
I was with this girl. She was beautiful.
And of course, so you're taking her to the nice place.
I taken her to a food court where she take a beautiful girl to.
Of course, 100%.
And that's a crazy story. Some dude who worked at the food court, like at a Wetzel press, I don't even know. He's all dressed up in his uniform, and he comes up, and at this time everybody's trying to take a picture at the mall. He's like, "Yo, can I take a picture?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm cool with that." And he's like, "No, not of you. I want a picture with your girl."
Yeah, that's fucked up.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, that's fucked up.
And
it's ridiculous.
Yeah, I was like, what the fuck? Like, it took me a minute to process. I was like, no, get the fuck out of here. Go back. He's literally in like a little Wetzel pretzel, like little apron. And then I couldn't let.
Is that him? Is that the Wetzel? Oh, I see.
I couldn't let him go out like that. I couldn't let myself go out like that.
Yeah.
So he went back to his little stand after a little altercation. I had a slushie in my hand.
Right.
So, and I've done this many times in life. I don't know why. I always have a slushie in my hand. And so I walked over there and just chucked it at him, hit him perfectly, and then he jumped up on the table. And at that time, my security is like already blocking everything. I thought it was funny. But yeah, but who does that though?
It's fucked up to do.
Like props to him.
You're taking a girl out on a date to the food court. And you expect people to be classy.
He came up to me and like 10 of my friends and like had the balls to just say that.
You roll deep. You always have an entourage. Oh yeah, I like that.
Yeah, there's people, as you can see on the internet, that
I just have Ben. I would take Ben. I would take a guy who's better looking than me everywhere.
That's all you need right there.
And then he gets in first, and then I'm screaming, and
the back of the line.
I let in through a service entrance.
Yeah, it's the best.
Yeah, but that's crazy. But you get. And what happened with the hot Cheetos? Because
that was, people always ask me if that was real or fake, and that was as real as it gets.
I think I made a joke. I think I was on stage at the Comedy Store one night, and I was like, Lil Xan said he went to the hospital because of hot Cheetos.
Yeah, what happened was I ate a couple bags, and I've looked this up. This happens. This happens.
This can happen.
I ate a couple bags and I started puking, and there was a little bit of blood in there. And I was like, well, maybe that's just the hot Cheetos. No, blood looks like a certain way. Yeah. And I freaked out a little bit, went to the hospital, no big deal. They're like, just stop eating fucking Cheetos.
It's just because of your background. People are probably skeptical. Yeah. It's like when I say I'm on the keto diet and I go to Dairy Queen and I say, I thought they were giving COVID tests there, and I just end up with a blizzard by mistake. Yeah. It feels like when you say hot Cheetos, a lot of people think.
Yeah, and just all the media outlets picked it up and thought it was, I don't even know if I said overdose in the video, but there's like, he overdosed on some hot Cheetos. And I was like, fuck it, just run with it.
They just roll it. Do you hate them? Do you hate the media? Are you like,
oh, no,
fuck these people?
There's certain outlets that
this is how they make their money, right?
There's certain outlets. I can't hate on anybody just doing what they do to make money. You know, I like TMZ and I like a lot of the media outlets, some more favorable than others, but you know.
Have you ever had people reach out to you that really like your music that you would be shocked or surprised? Like, is there anybody?
Oh, so many people. Yeah. I think it's always shocking.
Right.
Yeah. Who would you say?
Well, you probably have a certain demo of fan, right?
Yeah.
Where it's like when you were like, oh, I think you're funny. I was like, that's really awesome and very surprising. Yeah. But that was great. Not super surprising.
I don't think it's that surprising.
It's not that surprising. But do you ever have somebody come up to you like, just a 75-year-old woman, he's like, Lil Xan.
There's always old.
I love you.
It's always old women.
Yeah, old women.
Everywhere I go, it's like it's fucking weird. I'll have meet and greets, and maybe it's just like the moms of daughters or something.
That's awesome.
Yeah, they're always. It blows my mind because they'll travel like 14 hours in a car to come see me like at a spot. Like in Vegas, we had that happen. I was like, oh, you guys, I love it. I love it. It blows my mind. And then the band Korn, right? Yeah, Korn invited us, me and my friend, out to a show, and I was like surprised. It's dope. Korn is fucking dope. But and Marilyn Manson was there. It's
crazy.
It was crazy.
Because you do kind of straddle that thing where it's like it's kind of like rap, but you're also like
in the alternative.
Like, alternative people would like you and rockers would like you and stuff like that.
Which is so cool because I grew up on Marilyn Manson and Korn, so it's just that's what blows my mind away. It's like wow, like this is.
Or do you think Hollywood's a lot of fake friends, a lot of people that are bullshit?
I think Hollywood's a lot of fake people in general.
Right.
You know what I mean? You can't escape that. There's real people everywhere, but more or less, Hollywood's got a
What do you think about the country right now? The election and all the craziness going on? Are you worried? Are you scared of COVID? Are you?
I think I was really scared of COVID when we didn't know. Don't get me wrong. It's horrible. It's a horrible. It is a scary fucking thing. But I was more scared when it was like unknown. You know what I mean? When it was just like a little virus coming out of Wuhan and people didn't know. It's fucking scary. I don't know anybody personally that's passed away, but I know a lot of people that do know people that have passed away.
Yeah.
And, I try to be safe around like my family. My mom's old. My mom's like 62. So I always wear a mask when I go over there and try to social distance. But I think the country, it's a horrible year. It's a
tough year, man.
It's a weird year. It's one for the history books. Like,
yeah, it certainly is. What do you think is who do you think will win the election? You know?
Oh man, I think it's a crazy election. That's always a hard topic. I'm
I don't think your fans are huge Trump people.
I'm not.
Right?
I'm not a big Trump.
Sounds like I got to be very careful. There's a lot of Orange County boat guys that love what I do.
I would say I grew up.
I don't want to offend them.
I grew up very blue. You know,
of course.
I would say I'm more like independent. I like to just think of just whatever I.
Yeah, that's what I consider myself.
Like independent.
I'm independent. I'm all over the place. I think Trump winning again would be no good because I think it'd be bad just because. We need something's got to change. Yeah, we're just headed towards a fucking cliff.
Destruction. We're heading towards
we're heading towards destruction. I just don't know what else. I mean, it's just. But I mean, he might win again. If he wins again, it is what it is. I wake up, do what I do. I don't care.
It's just it's a crazy time, and especially this election. They said is gonna be like the craziest election that we've ever had too.
It's just nobody knows. Are you a conspiracy dude at all? Do your friends get into conspiracies?
When it's like a good conspiracies, not like some fucking weird fart out there, but like. Good conspiracies. I love.
Because there's a lot of rap dudes, independent rap dudes, that love the conspiracies.
Yeah,
a lot of
what's your favorite? What's your favorite conspiracy?
So one of my favorites currently is that JFK Jr., who's John F. Kennedy's son. They said is not dead, that he's been kept alive, and he's going to replace Mike Pence as Donald Trump Jr.'s Donald Trump's running mate. That's one of my favorites.
This is what I'm talking about.
JFK Jr.'s come back on the 4th of July. That shit. That's just fun. I like that. And then he's going to come back, Princess Diana, and a bunch of. I like when people come back. That's a fun one.
It's a good fucking conspiracy.
They come back from
We were just talking about the Princess Diana one. That's I believe that she was killed. You know?
I believe she was probably killed too.
She was definitely killed.
She was probably killed too. She's dating this guy Dodi Al-Fayed. She's going to marry him. Maybe the royal family didn't like that. Very strange stuff like that.
And then like the Epstein.
Epstein. That's fucked up.
Yeah.
What do you think? Have you ever been around people in Hollywood where you're like that? They're shady. I don't want to be around them.
All the time, all the time, people want something. If you can benefit somebody else, they want it. You know what I mean? And unfortunately, I can benefit a lot of people in some way. So you just got it's about like finding who's real and who's not. But it's a weird blurred line right there.
Do you look at young artists and go, I want to help that person? I think that person's great.
Of course, if I like the music, or even if I just like them as a person and I can help them, develop their sound more. Yeah, I'm into that.
That's great. Do you take them on the road, or how do you do it?
We've taken people on tours. Like shout out this girl artist named Femme, super super cool. We took her on tour. She's killing it now, on her own. Who else have we taking? We've taken Steve, my homie Steve. But it's just crazy because we've been around other successful people before they were successful.
Right, like who?
Like Lil Mosey. Shout out to Lil Mosey. He's killing it right now, doing so good. I think we might have been one of the first people to
How many? And this is a serious question. How many Lils are there? There's a lot of. It's like a huge thing now. Is the Lil Mosey?
Yeah, I think it's always been. It's always been a thing. It's probably bigger now than it ever.
And that was a dude that you knew back before he was.
Yeah, this was Seattle. Seattle, 2-3 years ago, and now he's just killing it. And I'm not saying we did anything, for his success. I'm just saying we've just been around. I was around xxxtentacion. I stayed at Airbnb. I picked him up from the airport, way back in the day, and it was just so cool.
Another insanely talented dude.
Oh man, yeah, so fucking talented. Him and Ski Mask, and it just. I think there's something about. I think all artists. If you surround yourself, what's what I'm trying to like I was around XXX when they were just blowing up and I wasn't shit, you know what I mean?
Right.
But I think that rubs off on people a little bit.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
You gotta be around people that are doing what you want to do.
If you surround yourself with successful, talented, good people, I think that's where everybody comes from, you know what I mean?
Right.
And I was lucky enough to surround myself.
What separates those dudes? There's a lot of guys that get into that, try to do it. What separates those guys, do you think? Is it work ethic? Is it just
from
raw?
From unsuccessful
people?
From
the people that just don't figure out a way to put it together.
There's something, this might sound crazy, but I think there's something just really divine about it. Because again, speaking about X, there was just something insanely cool. He just gave off this energy that I've never even felt before. Same with Juice WRLD. When I was around Juice WRLD a couple times, it just gave off this great divine energy that you know they're gonna be superstars and just kill it. And I feel like it sucks that their lives were taken so early. Yeah. But there's just something so divine about them as people.
So that
Lil
that
Peep too.
yeah,
Lil Peep
that
too.
yeah, Lil Peep and all those guys. Mac Miller too. It's
Mac,
like,
Mac, yeah.
and that'll. Did you know Mac well?
We were. I would say we're friends, maybe more acquaintances, friends. But we had hung out a few times.
Yeah.
Like public settings and stuff.
Right.
He was so cool, man. He's one of my favorite artists.
Yeah. Do you think that like addiction for whatever reason, like a lot of people that are addicts or have that mentality end up being great artists?
Unfortunately, I think it seems to always kind of steer that way. Where I do think that drugs can provide you, and not like a specific drug, just drugs in general can provide you with like a different look on life. It could help the music, it could hurt the music, but like I said, you could find that inspiration sober.
Right.
I just think a lot of people sometimes get in this habit of thinking that they can't be creative without drugs or some sort of stimulant.
Right.
And that's where people.
Is it tough to date girls now that you're successful when you don't know who's gonna fucking who likes you for who?
I've definitely dated some women that were just in it for clout or money or whatever. But I'm with a girl right now that I love her. I'm in love like I've never been in love before. So.
Is that good for creativity?
Oh, you just make a bunch of love songs.
Just make a bunch of love songs.
But you know what else is good for creativity is going through a heartbreak.
Getting left.
Yeah,
having
the love of your life. Yeah, the cops come. Having the love of your life.
Have a real, that real love.
Yeah.
Like OJ and Nicole Simpson had.
So,
like that kind of real LA love.
The glove love. It
just, really results in something,
Yeah.
Are you like, what's the next step? What are you trying to do next? Do you ever see yourself as like, you're a funny guy, you're on social media a lot.
Yeah.
Do you ever see yourself getting into other shit? You're like, I love music, but
dabbling in
I want to do, would you ever do a TV show? Would you ever do more content on YouTube? Would you ever do anything like that?
That's the future of Xanarchy, my brand.
Yeah.
I want to take this. I just want to brand it everywhere.
By the way, Xan has acquired this show. Xanarchy has just bought the Tim Dillon show. Very cheap. It was a pack of cigarettes. He bought it.
It was very cheap.
And I signed. It was very cheap. and now that's our brand.
Yeah, I would love to do like something like this, like a podcast. Like obviously podcasts are the new like cool thing and stuff.
Yeah.
But I've always thought they were just, you could learn more about the person.
Yeah.
That's what I really fuck with, is I want more people to think of me in like a less ignorant kind of way. Because I know a lot of people look at me and they instantly just write me off because they're like, oh, he's stupid. Look at him. Like,
I think a lot of people are like, he's just wild.
Yeah.
Like they see you and they hear some of the stories and they're like, he's just like
the media definitely doesn't help that.
The media doesn't help it, and they're just like, you're a whirling dervish.
Yeah, they're like, this guy's off his shit.
Yeah.
And I don't disagree because
you're also growing up.
Yeah.
You're fucking, what, 24?
24. I just turned 24.
Dude, you're a young fucking kid still.
And
I mean, now you're growing up.
And drugs, though. The reason I had all these wild incidents, I can almost guarantee you 80% of it is because I was fucking high off my mind off Xanax. And let me tell you, Xanax is a hell of a fucking drug.
What is? I never got into it. I was coke. I love smoking weed. I love drinking. I like Percocet. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm a little classy. Polo shirt. Thank you. Xanny bars were like, I don't know. People were getting into it.
They became trendy recently.
They become trendy recently. Yeah. I sobered up about 10 years ago. I loved the Percocet. I took an 80 milligram oxy once.
Oh, fuck.
And not once, but 70 or 80 times. But I remember me and my friend were laying. He was on a couch. I was on a couch. He was like staring at each other. We're just scratching. It was too much for me.
Oh,
it was too much.
It can be overwhelming. Same with the Xan.
So what is the Xanny bars? What do they do? They just, because I know they're anti-anxiety, they numb you out?
They give you like the craziest...
euphoria?
This false, sense of false confidence.
Interesting.
False confidence. Like, it will make you think that you are like the shit if you are. And a lot of these rappers, I don't know what the Xanax scene is like in rap, but I know when I first came on the scene, I was Lil Xan because it was fucking everywhere.
Right.
And it just gave you this crazy sense of like, you're invincible, you could do this, you could do that. And that can work in your favor sometimes, but people would just start thinking you're fucking obnoxious all the time. Like, I can't tell you how many people I've been around, like, oh, God.
And what about, there's all kinds of other shit now. There's like lean and there's all kinds of like homemade concoctions.
Yeah,
what is that for people that don't know what that is?
Lean is a cough syrup. Different brands have different types, like Walk Hard and Activist is discontinued. But lean's been around for a minute. And it just falls into the rap drug category. If there's like a rap starter pack, it'd be like Percocet, Xans, lean,
cocaine, face tattoo, like
face tattoos,
stick on face tattoo, just to get started,
skinny jeans, ripped jeans,
to get started. When you said the thing about Tupac, would you think that was the most? Were you mischaracterized? Was that the most mischaracterized thing?
Oh, that was definitely the most.
Started like a huge thing where you were just like,
I didn't realize what it would be, and I was again high off my mind. I was sleepy. I was pissed. I didn't want to be there. I was almost I was really mad at the interviewer before anything. I just didn't want to be there. So I was kind of in like a fucking shitty mood.
Yeah.
I don't dislike Tupac in any way.
Of course. You just said, you said.
He's a fucking legend.
Right. And you said it was like boring or something quick and you were kind of like.
It was like I was trying to write off every question so quick because it was just like, I didn't want to be there. If you watch that interview, you can see me. I'm just in the chair like. Rocking back. I'm like, I don't want to be there. And didn't think anything of it. Nobody thought anything of it. But yeah, I think that was.
Have you ever had beefs with bigger rappers, and are they squashed? Which is, I believe, the terminology. You Google that, right? It's squashed. Thank you.
I don't have anything against anybody, and I know that's crazy for probably people to hear because I've been involved in a lot of stuff. Like I remember when the Tupac stuff, T.I. was on Twitter talking. Shit, and Waka Flocka was trying to ban me from hip hop, and I was like, I get where they're coming from.
But you're a kid, you're a young kid. And
I was.
But you understand this. That guy's a god, and
he
said
is a
god. Crazy thing, but you didn't mean it.
I did not mean that, but it was a catalyst for hate, and a lot of people, tried to just like blackball me and do this, and it's just wild because the most adult I've probably ever been in my life at this point, sober, I'd have nothing against anybody. And I see where they were coming from.
Right.
I was a little ignorant kid saying some stupid shit. So, but I just want everybody to know I'm cool with everybody.